achieved.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to Studio Day Heavy. It's nice to have you today. Remember to leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Today we're going to talk about the All-NFC East preseason team and how much my dog barks in the backyard and how sometimes it makes the older dog bark in here. And then I look at her and I'm like, what are you barking at? You're in here. You don't even know what's happening. Would you like to go out there? Go ahead and go out there if you want to bark at something. But she's like, no, I'm cool. I'm just going to bark here. So get ready to hear some of that. Okay, great. Yeah, the All-NFC East preseason team from CBS Sports came out today. What we'll do is we'll go through it. We'll do what does this tell us about who has the best roster in the division and blah, 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 blah. And then we'll correct any mistakes they might have made. And they probably won't make a lot of mistakes because this one's done by Jared Dubin. I believe he's at Yaya Dubin on Twitter. And I follow him on the Twitter, so I think that he probably does a good job. Spark it up. Now, it's too early for a Heineken. Now, we're going to get to that. Also, in the comments today, this is a terrible start to a video. Like in radio, you know what they tell you? Like the music hits, get to the point. Like get an opinion out there, bring them in. Right now, I'm 90 seconds into this video. I haven't said anything. And I'm going to continue that trend by saying, hey, leave in the comments the absolute basics of a golf swing, because I've been playing for a couple years, just got my new clubs. I sucked yesterday. I was terrible. It's embarrassing, and I hate it. It's a stupid game. Okay, now we'll do the All-NFC East team. After I tell you, one more sidebar, salute to Gerald McCoy, former Cowboys defensive tackle who was released so that they could save over $3 million against the cap this year and some money next year against the cap. It kind of sucks, but it makes sense, right? You get your $3 million signing bonus essentially for practicing without pads a couple of times, and we're going to go ahead and save this money instead of having you on IR and just sort of as a mentor. So I get it. It's the reality of sports, and it sucks, but I get it. It's cool. You save your money, and if you don't go sign anybody, which, by the way, I don't think they cut him to go sign somebody to replace him. I think they'll try to replace him in-house. And then what they'll do is if they don't have any more injuries and they don't end up having to sign anybody, they will carry that money over into next year's cap and maybe have a quarterback. Now, we go to the All-NFC East team. Jared Dubin, CBS Sports. We start off at quarterback. He goes with a guy named Dakota Rain Prescott. Wait, is it Rain Dakota? Dakota Rain? Rain Dakota. It's Dak. Dak is the quarterback. And that one's pretty easy. I know you got some Carson Wentz stands out there. You see Carson Wentz came to Camp Fat. They call it dad bod. Jason Kelsey said he's got some of that dad bod. And Carson Wentz said he can call it that if he wants. I prefer like dad strength, you know. But either way, they're pretending like he added weight on purpose because that's supposed to make him stay healthier. It's not how this works, guys. It's not how this works at all. Everybody pretends that the bigger a quarterback is, the less he's going to get hurt. Somebody Google Ben Roethlisberger and Andrew Luck and whatever. Who's your favorite quarterback that gets hurt all the time? He's probably a big guy, not a small guy. Cam Newton. Adding weight does not make you get hurt less. Just doesn't. So what you really have from Carson Wentz is probably a less mobile guy, more of a statue. So congrats. You're like me. You're fat. I'm skinny fat. Wentz is working on full fat. Dak's quarterback. Running back. Here's where people become cowards, okay? Everybody likes to do this. They do this on All-American teams, and they do this like, stop pretending there's two running backs in the backfield. The All-NFC East preseason team, Zeke and Saquon at running back. No. No. One running back, okay? And I would like to let you guys know there are three that should be in consideration. Add Miles Sanders from Philadelphia to this list. Then pick whichever one you want because, as you know, I'm on record. There's a lot of good running backs. Tell me how well you block for them and how many guys are in the box based on your formation, and I'll pick one. I don't care. Zeke's a good back. Saquon's a good back. Miles Sanders is a good back. For the purposes of this exercise, because it's CBS's list, I'm going to let them ride with what they did here. But if you make one, you pick one. I will pick Man, the best for business answer here is Ezekiel Elliott, so nobody will yell at me. I'll take Saquon. At wide receiver, they go Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Terry McLaurin. That's fair. I'm going to let that ride as well. That's fair. You can't put CD on the list. You got to let him play first. I'm pretty clear about what I expect from CeeDee Lamb and that I think that he is an NFL superstar in the making, and it won't take long for him to achieve that. But if we're doing all NFC East preseason, McLaurin believes to be here, belongs here, believes to belong here. You guys know I don't do multiple takes, right? Doesn't matter. Just like live radio. I don't care how bad I screw it up. We roll through. Jalen Reagor and CeeDee Lamb are the names to watch, but they got the right three there. Amari, Gallup, McLaurin, the guys who have earned it. Tight end, they cheated again. Zach Ertz and Evan Ingram. If we have three receivers on the field and we have one running back on the field, we have one tight end on the field. Only one tight end is allowed to be on the preseason All-NFC East team. They go Ertz and Evan Ingram, which is very disrespectful to the sweet, sweet sounds of Blake Jarwin. But I'll go with Ertz. Because, again, you've proven it. So I'm just going with Ertz. You don't get to put two guys on there. Offensive line. Only two spots here up for debate. Tyron is the left tackle. Lane Johnson is the right tackle. I would throw Lyle Collins' name in there. I'll go with Lane Johnson as well, but I think it's close. Lyle Collins is also a really, really good right tackle. Zach Martin at left guard. The other guard would have been Brandon Brooks in Philadelphia, but he ain't playing football this year. He got hurt. So they go with Brandon Scherf in Washington, which is fair. Kevin Zeitler with the Giants is another name that you should consider for that spot, but I'll let him go with Scherf. I'll rock with that. And then Jason Kelsey is the center. Three of those five are easy picks, right tackle and right guard. You could go with Lane or Lyle. And at right guard, you could go with Scherf or Zeitler, but that's that. The defensive line, Tank Lawrence and Brandon Graham on the edge. The only name I think you need to throw in the mix there is Chase Young. I think he's that good, and that he's going to be that good immediately, but Brandon Graham's still a really good player. Tank Lawrence is a really good player. No problem with the route that they went there, other than keep an eye on Chase Young. Just keep an eye on Chase Young. Inside on the defensive line, they go Fletcher Cox and Dexter Lawrence. You could go almost anywhere with this one. I think Dalvin Tomlinson from the Giants could be in the conversation as your second defensive tackle. Fletcher Cox, I do agree with. He's absolutely the first interior defensive lineman that goes on this list. You got Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen both in Washington. But yeah, I think you would go Fletcher Cox is the three technique and either Dalvin Tomlinson or Dexter Lawrence as your nose. And I would actually probably go Tomlinson by a hair, but whatever. You can go whichever way you want. Linebacker, they cheated again. You can't be cheating. If you're going to be doing these things, you can't be cheating. They go linebacker, Leighton Vander Esch, Ryan Kerrigan, which is cheating. He's an edge. And Thomas Davis in Washington. Can't be cheating. You got to pick a real linebacker. Problem is, this division doesn't have the best linebacker play. So you would be taking out Ryan Kerrigan to throw in Blake Martinez or David Mayo or Jalen Smith. It's Mayo, isn't it? So it's their list. We're just going to count up their list. I'm not looking. Listen, it's not all about you, Jeff. You know, let other people have an opinion for once, for crying out loud. So they're going with Kerrigan. Defensive backfield, Darius Slay, James Bradbury, and Nickel Roby Coleman as the corners. That is 2 Eagles and 1 Giant. Interestingly, do you guys know who the highest rated corner was from Pro Football Focus of all the guys that are currently in the NFC East? It was Cheeto. I mean, it's Byron, but after that, since he's not here anymore, it was Cheeto. So maybe there's a little something there. But I'll go with what they went with. Bradbury just got paid. Slay just got paid. Nickel Roby Coleman did not get much money, but he is a good slot guy. That's fair. And at safety, they went Landon Collins and Xavier Woods. Do you know who the 2 highest rated safeties are on Pro Football Focus from last year? That would be Clinton Dix and Xavier Woods. But I agree with them. Xavier Woods is your free safety. Landon Collins is your strong safety. And that's your preseason All-NFC East team. Let me know what you disagree with or agree with. Let me know the very basic fundamentals of a golf swing, because I've clearly lost them. Plus, my right shoulder hurts. I don't know what I did to it. Maybe it was my 80-day obsession when I was doing my rows. Oh, yeah, that doesn't feel good. Yep, that must have been it. I need to stretch it out, do a little yoga. Do I have time for some mailbag? What did I put in here? Gerald McCoy, All-NFC East team, and then what? Oh, that's all I put in there. In a mailbag. Okay. All right, let's see what you guys got for me. The Lunatic, he said, I'm just going to call myself a 22%er, no matter what, for obvious reasons, brother. By the way, we are up to 19% that have notifications turned on, youtube.com/Jeff Cavanaugh, and I love you guys almost twice as much as I love your standard subscriber. Who's still here at 11:13? Let me know in the comments. He says, how has Kellen Moore's play calling evolved from last year to this year in camp? Does he look like he can become the next play caller? And always stay till the end because you never know with you. Good point. I'm going to do something that's really going to be unpopular. I like what Mike McCarthy is doing in terms of media is not allowed to video. You're not allowed to report on formations and things like that. So you just have to hint around it. Because I think McCarthy is right when he says, we have a new coaching staff, and we want to take advantage of that. Teams don't know what to expect from the Dallas Cowboys. So the players can tell us that the offense seems very similar, but we don't know what their play calling tendencies are going to be. We don't know how often they'll run out 2 running backs at the same time. We don't know, will they be in 11 personnel 95% of the time, although they should be. And no matter how little of an advantage you think that is, if you acknowledge that it's any advantage at all, then I support Mike McCarthy kind of making it hard on the media to cover training camp. Where, yeah, you got guys out there, but there's a lot that you're not allowed to report on. You can't video a lot of things. And I support it. I think it's a good idea by Mike McCarthy, no matter how much it might drive some media members and fans nuts. You'll get to see what they're about and what they're going to do. You'll get to see it on Sundays. And I think that that's a good idea by Mike. Now, Jose, oh man, question of Studio Day, Heifer Day Quarantine for the day. Who's your favorite fan host? I've become a really big fan of me over the last year or so. Okay, here we go. Sean, RJ, Hagee, Corey. Can we include producers? Because our producers are on air as well. And I like a lot of them. You throw in Troy, Reggie, Lucius, Gavin, Broadus, Mike, Wooly Bully, Chiafalo, Zero. Okay, let me narrow it down. Hold on, I'm narrowing it down in my head. I'm not going to let you know who I would eliminate first or second or third or fourth or fifth. I'm just going to try to get down to my finalists. I really like our night show. I love Zach Wolchuk. I love Eric Chiafalo. I love Zero. Choppy cracks me up. Choppy don't care, because I think a lot of people picture RJ Choppy as like just making up hot takes and not knowing what he's talking about, but he's also way into analytics, so it's awesome. And I do think a lot of times he just makes stuff up and then doubles and triples down, but it's fun. I like Choppy. Why are we making noise, computer? Sean is my homeboy. I've drank with Sean a lot. That's my dude. I love the way he does radio. I love the way he prepares. Still thinking. My favorite fan host could be Bassick. Bassick cracks me up. I like guys who crack me up who are kind of wild cards. So Choppy's a wild card. Bassick's a wild card. I love Chiafalo's 469 bit. Reggie, when he becomes a host, will be in the running quickly, and I think he will become a host because he's super talented. He's got well-timed one-liners. Lucius on air is incredible. Your favorite fan host. Who's yours? Leave it in the comments. I'm going to go with, Sean will get mad at me if I don't go with him. That's okay. I'm going to go with Bassick just because he does not care. No matter what he has to say, if it's inappropriate, whatever, he don't care. And it's usually funny. I think I'll go with Mike. Yeah, why not? All right, leave in the comments which we want to talk about tomorrow. Tell me your favorite fan host also in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the radio, okay? I love you, and bye.